Hello and welcome to one more session of Creative Writing Modern Age on SDG Goals. I am Ria Chakraborty, your moderator for this evening. And now I would like to just brief upon quickly on what are the SDG goals and what goals are included in it. So, the Sustainable Development Goals are a call of action by all countries, be it rich, poor, middle income, to promote prosperity while protecting the planet. They recognize that ending poverty must go hand in hand with strategies that will economic growth and address a range of social needs, including education, health, social protection, and job opportunities, while tackling climate change and environmental protection. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development provides a global blueprint for dignity, peace, and prosperity for people and the planet, now and also in the future. The Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the UN member states are 17 thematic areas, also known as global goals to transform the world. The goals are as follows: Goal number 1, poverty; Goal number 2, zero hunger; Goal 3, good health and well being; Goal 4, quality education; Goal 5, gender equality; Goal 6, clean water and sanitation; Goal 7, affordable and clean energy; Goal 8, decent work and economic growth; Goal 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure; Goal 10, reduced inequality; Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities; Goal 12, responsible consumption and production; Goal 13, action climate; Goal 14, life below water; Goal 15, life on land; Goal 16, peace and justice, strong institutions; and lastly, Goal 17, partnerships to achieve the goals. The impact of these goals on global sustainable development will largely depend on the world's ability to transition to new governance for sustainability that recognizes the roles and responsibilities of local and substantial government. So, this was all about sustainable development and the goals which are formulated by the UN member countries. Now, just to brief about our organization, that is CWMA, stands for Creative Writing Modern Age, which is a small initiative of Mrs. Rachna Chakraborty, who wants to make communication as the blender, and hence it works to develop the speaking and writing skills of everyone. We here believe that to be a perfect man, one needs to listen, speak, and write. And to initiate that, we conduct free webinars inviting eminent authors, poets, storytellers to share their valuable tips and develop the love for language. We have been successful as we have in the short span of 3 years and have been able to train more than 1,000 plus kids. Creative Writing Modern Age has events like literary contest, battle of words, storytelling live, Cosmopoetica, and also the best writer of the month, and many more. We also have our yearly book, which gives everybody to be a chance of a co-author. So that was all about Creative Writing Modern Age. To know more, you all can go to your Facebook pages and search for CWMA and like and subscribe to the page. Now, before we start our today's session, a small briefing for all our speakers. Dear speakers, please humbly note that your views and perspectives of each speaker is important and valuable. But this being a time-bound event, you are requested to restrict your deliberation for maximum 10 minutes. We appreciate your experience and your pearls of wisdom with regards to the given topic, something that is based on experimental learning and can also be applied to the audience too. Presentations are not a compulsion, but if you have prepared them, then nothing better than that. 10 minutes of wisdom sharing on SDG goals is all that we'll be having with us today. So, before taking up much of the time, I would like to call upon our first speaker from Romania, Mr. David. Master David, I would like to ask you to please now share your presentation and speak on the topic on SDG goal number 7.
David.
David, you can now start sharing your presentation.
Yes, he's alone at home. Okay, perfect. I will help him, okay? Because he is alone at home. David,
Okay.
știi să-ți pui PowerPoint acolo jos la share screen?
Da.
No, hai să vedem.
Hello, my name is David Mihok. I have PowerPoint presentation. I want to share PowerPoint presentation.
Sure. I would request our host to please give permission to David to share his PowerPoint presentation.
Oh,
David
perfect,
Mihok,
perfect.
Romania Vocational Pedagogical High School, Beiuș. SDG 7 September 2022 International Young Summit Meeting. Hi, my name is David. CDG 7 Clean Energy. Saving energy is very important to us. We can even implement some energy saving methods that will make wonder why you didn't start sooner. Ways to save energy. 1. Turn off the lights. 2. Use motion sensors. 3. Buy LED bulbs. 4. Avoid food waste. 5. Unplug electronics with nothing use. 6. Wash laundry or dishes if the machine is full. 7. Keep electronics in good working order. 8. Install programmable thermostat. 9. Use the stairs instead of the elevator. Ten, recycle packaging. 11, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Cut down on what you throw away. 12, volunteer for cleanups in your community. 30, conserve water. 40, plant a tree. 50, bike more, drive less. 60, install solar panels for hot water and electricity. 70, protect nature, insects, and animals like let our children work. Thanks for this perfect day with Hannah for this invitation. Thanks because you give me this opportunity.
That was wonderful, David. I see you have prepared such a lovely presentation. So, yeah, like all the pointers which you have included and all those pictures which you have drawn, like all of us can see on slide number 6, slide number 5, all those artworks. I believe you and your friends have done it on your school, and it is so much, inspiring that children today are given topics like sustainable development goals to speak up in their school or to do artworks on. It is really it is really what I would say a need of an art, children being given such topics. We used to see when we were children, we used to think about topics like a beautiful scenery, a house and a hut. But nowadays it's a need of an art. Times are changing and we need to give all our children, make them familiarize with all the goals and how we can visualize our world with such goals, how we can walk hand in hand with such goals, keep ourselves aligned with all the goals of UN. So yeah, really appreciate all the pointers which you have mentioned, David. Do not waste energy wherever you see. If a light is switched on and if it's not being used, nobody is there in the room, just go and switch it off. Just do whatever you can do from your part. Government will take the necessary action, all the required action, but we as individuals, we as kids, we as youth can also do our part and prevent wastage of resources. So wonderful presentation and speech, David, on this. Now I would like to call upon our next speaker for this evening, Master Indulin Ranewala. Mr. Indulin, are you here in this meet? I cannot see you actually. I think he has not joined yet. So we would move ahead with our
Yeah,
next.
Excuse me, can we stop the screen sharing?
Yeah, David, you can now stop sharing your screen. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. I think host, if you can help David by letting him stop sharing his screen. I would request the host to just stop the screen share. Awesome. Perfect. Cool. So now we'll move forward with our next speaker of this evening, who is Kenuli from Sri Lanka. Kenuli, the stage is all yours. You can just pour down your heart and express your views on SDG Goal 7.
Emotion is energy in motion. According to this statement, affordable and clean energy is a very important goal for us because we all are facing for environmental problems due to pollution and lack of sources. Scientists have been bringing forward the wind power and solar power to fulfill our needs from energy. We should protect energy because without energy, we can't survive. We should use energy efficiently at home, school, and in common places. I saw many street lamps are being lighting in the daytime. It is not good. Let's avoid these bad things. Remember to conserve energy to preserve future. Thank you very much.
Awesome. That was just amazing. All the points put forward, like using different sources of energy, yeah, solar energy, wind energy, hydroelectric energy. Every source should be made into use. Like none of it should be neglected. And this is what something is being done by, like, we are moving towards clean energy. I can see, like, if we walk out, we can see a lot of grids which have been placed in the all around the corners. Like I can see when I travel, like I love to travel, so when I see at places there are different grids of clean energy. There is energy being generated from waste. So that is something, few steps which we see being taken up by the government, which is so inspiring. And so it makes us feel so much motivated and gives us a hope to look towards a better future. So yeah, all the points put forward by David and by you, Kenuli, both are in line with the SDG Goal 7. And I hope our youth who are watching us live through YouTube or Facebook do follow all the goals, do follow all the steps, necessary steps and actions which are required for a better future. So that was all for today's Goal 7 energy. Now I would like to hear from Diana ma'am. How did she feel about today's event and what are her views on Goal 7?
Hi, I'm again with you today. Sorry for yesterday, but I was in school. Today, my student David presented CDG 7, modern energy for all, clean energy for us. The whole world is trying to save the energy in this time. We try to use solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal water, natural gas, uranium. We must promote clean energy for all the planet. I can congratulate David and the student from Sri Lanka. I can congratulate all the speakers from yesterday and for today. All the speakers from this day, all the speakers are special. The whole activity is perfect. This summit is perfect for us. Thank you once again for the opportunity to participate with my student in this international summit. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Dana ma'am, for that wonderful vote of thanks. I see Sachini and brother Noor, they are back with us. So I would like to hear today first from Sachini. How did you enjoy today's event? Because you see such young, today we have both, budding future builders, nation builders with us. So how do you feel? Like, they have shared so many pointers with us. David here, he had prepared a presentation all together, listing all the points and showing us all the creatives which he did, which he prepared. Like, all that cute earth cut drawing was so cute. Like, children thinking about earth and all, clean energy from such a young age is really a moving thing. So Sachini, how do you feel about it?
Thank you, Ria. Actually, I was also thinking the same while looking at those presentations, because they are very little, but they have composed themselves so beautifully to engage into these topics and to give their maximum about it. So while they were thinking in that perspective, I was thinking in another way about this energy thing, because there's a crisis happening in the world today in the energy and fuel areas. So what I was thinking was, Ria, this crude oil is the main source of energy for the transportation sector, right? So there are still some of the countries, I guess even including Sri Lanka, they are using this crude oil, which is a precious energy source for electricity generation, while we are having wind, water, and even solar energy. And also we have other sources. New innovations have found other sources as well. While we have them, we are still using crude oil, which is a very precious energy source to generate electricity. I think we need to stop that, because crude oil formation is a huge process. It takes ages, maximum millions of years. All these planktons and plants, they all forms and creates these fossil fuel, right? So this is actually a very critical area in my point of view, because we never know when will it end, because we all don't have deposits of crude oil, petroleum formations. So as governments in those countries, they are trying their maximum to take those deposits out and to distribute to the world. So being nations who don't have such deposits, we should use our resources to generate electricity or other things that we can do without using those precious energy sources. So I was thinking about that while these little kids were giving the points that we can make use of to save these energy sources. So I think even Noor sir will also add something to this. So thanks, Ria. I wanted to share that.
Thank you so much, Sachini. That's very true. I do agree with it. Like, we have sources, all the grids are set up, but the usage and everything, like its implementation stage is the final stage what it matters. So yeah, I do agree. Nu, would you like to add something to it?
Definitely, and thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I do agree with the Sachin, and I would like to figure out some information as well. Like 30% of the global population is still lack of access of the modern electricity or modern technology. Can you even imagine that? Where the 3 billion people rely on the wood, coal, and animal waste for cooking and heating. This is another vulnerable question, because most of the remote side of our South Asian country, even some African country, actually they are always rely on that, and even they don't even get the proper access of modern electricity. And if you consider that the energy is a dominant contributor for the climate change, accounting for the 60% of the total global greenhouse. And yes, of course, there is a lot of statistics are going on, but maybe now is time to talk about that. How can student do that? Look, the student contribution. But my some of my elder colleagues and some of my friends, and they are not able to know about the SDG 7. What is it talking about? Where the speaker and the space master, they have been sharing such a wonderful way. Even David, I would like to give to thank to you, because after your presentation, I had to check that whether my another room switch on is there or not. And yes, successfully, I just switch off that. Because yes, we have absolutely, we have to think about it from our home, from our own perspective. Because if you are changed, then everyone will change. If you are not changed, please don't expect that other will change. So do something for your end. And yes, of course, the student can contribute to SDG 7 by changing the energy consumption and by advocating for affordable and clean energy for all. How can a student do that? Then student can contribute the SDGs 7 by teaching them to think in a systematic way, or craft a picture of the future in which they can see the ecological, social, and economic and systematic way of the nature. Even they can SDG include some sub target and some other things, but student can imagine that if we keep consider this thing, I think we can able to make our locality, make our community with correct, affordable, clean energy. And student, if student can even learn that, those student can do immediately action regarding that, but they can act by some crafting, some picture, some of their words, even by the learning. But most importantly, the government, stakeholder, public, and private institution should take some necessary steps to regarding that. Yes, in my country, almost 70, 80, even 90% electricity actually cover is going on, and rest of the things actually they are focusing on solar energy. But if the solar energy or the solar panel is kind of uh, price less pricing, I think that would be very great for anyone to absorb the solar energy toward generate the electricity and some other options. So I do believe that if all the people really think from their inside that I should do something for ensuring the affordable energy for all the people whoever is still living around the world. So don't think about the developed country, think about the low income and the underprivileged country, even underdeveloped country, you may say. So that's all about my words. And I really, really appreciate all the speaker who ever share your words. Trust me, you are 10 to 15 years ahead of your own contribution in this stage. Because I'm doing in my age right now, and you are doing 10, 15, 20 years before. Look at this, how much you are advanced in nature for the community development, for the world development, even ensuring some beautiful community, beautiful world. So that's really impressive. I really appreciate your journey, and thank you so much once again, Sachin, Ria, and my dear sister, Rachana Chakraborty. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, No. One more point, like which you highlighted, the cost. It should be made available to everyone, because what is the use if we have everything in place, but people are not able to use it? People are not able to afford it. Then it's no use. Like all the hard work and all the things they are, because majority of the people living on this planet belong to a community, belong to a class who are daily wage, or they're low income background. They have like they struggle for their daily bread, and to make energy, sustainable energy available to them is a big task, is a big challenge. So yeah, I do agree all the points put forward by our speakers, Kenyuli, David, Sachini, Noor, all of you guys have summed up this goal so nicely, so precisely. I think we have articulated today's topic so well, and I hope, Rashna ma'am, we can proceed with the conclusion and vote of thanks of the event so that we can proceed towards the end. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. And I'm really so impressed. Somewhere the dream was there to speak with these kids. And today the dream is becoming fulfilled, as if I'm seeing these kids moving a generation ahead. And this was actually uh, seeing through their eyes the goals. We have been for a long time deliberating on all the goals, but the youngsters I have seen somewhere missing out. So I wanted them to understand and speak from their heart. And I saw today a lot of the speakers have been doing that. David was amazing with his speech and his PowerPoint presentation. He was alone at home, but still he could manage it. I know Dynamam told me that it was really difficult for him to do it all himself. Yes, of course, all the mentors, whether it is from Sri Lanka or from Romania or from Bangladesh, I really want to thank from the bottom of my heart to all the mentors taking so much of pain to implement these qualities in these young kids. So it is just like voicing out your opinion. When you have to say something, then your opinions will be listened. It will be entertained. Like if we are not able to give the youth a chance to speak, a platform where they can also voice out their views. It is not necessary that all the time they will be speaking from the perspective of a experienced generation. They can speak it from their own perspective also, because the topics are such which is very much important. Affordable and clean energy. Energy is needed for any sort of world. We cannot have a country or a world without this energy. So this goal is basically to a major challenge, actually, rather I will say, because it is something which is going to transform the lives, actually, to see to the economics and the planet. Still, 1 in 5 people are lacking access to electricity. That is a great energy, and which many parts of the world still now are devoid energy. I know my brothers and sisters staying there in Africa, Uganda, today also due to certain power failure and connectivity issues, they are not able to join the Zoom room. They have so much of problem. So energy is a big issue, a big factor. So there is a demand which is increasing day by day. And I want that these kids should realize it from their basic age, whether you are going to a school or not. You need to see that you are not wasting energy. And you cannot say just because you paid the school fees, you can put on the fan even if you don't need. You can switch on the AC and sit down just because the fees have been paid. So that is not the way of using energy. You need to save the energy for the future. And because the proportion of the world's population will access to the clean fuels and technology will have increased right now, we can see. It was 51% in 2000, and it became 2014, just 4 years afterwards. It has increased because of the population increase, 58%. So you can see the demand is increasing, but where is the supply? The supply of this energy will only be possible if we can save our energy. So basically, we need a survey to be done. Then the solar energy, the resources which is available can be used to more extent. These are the things which kids can also instill, and the kids can take it forward with this idea. So it is really nice to listen to all of you. I'm really enjoying actually each and every speech session. And in the meantime, I have to select the best speaker. So that also is a big task for me because the speakers who are joining is really amazing. And I really don't know whom to select as the best speaker because each and every speaker is very close to my heart. They are speaking their heart out. And today I could see Kenyuli joining. In the last moment, she had joined in. So we can rather say she's a wild card entry. And the others were there actually suddenly because the other speaker was had some examination. So Kenyuli had to, drop in the last moment, but still she did a brilliant work joining it in the last moment. She spoke amazingly well because we know the wild card entries, more focus is there on you. The spotlight is there on you. So thank you so much, Kenyuli. Thank you so much, David. I think you all have really broken all the shackles of all the speakers, and you have come out and spoken so brilliantly about clean water, the clean energy that is very, very important nowadays. So moving ahead with Ria. Ria, you can move ahead. I think there is somebody who wants to speak. They have sent a message to me. Yeah, you can speak. Speech master. Yeah, Samadhi. Yeah, surely. Samadhi, you can speak. Samadhi, Ria, Samadhi wanted to speak something.
Good evening from here. I think now you all know about me. I'm speech master Samadhi Apsara from Sri Lanka. So first of all, thank you for inviting our school. It means international school to this amazing program. That was very interesting today program. I enjoyed very well. And also I get lots of ideas about this session. It means about one of the sustainable development goals 7 is affordable and clean energy. I think from like these programs, we can get lots of benefits. And also it's very important to our growing generation. As finally, I want to thank Ma'am Rachna and CWNMA community. And also Miss Ria, you have done your work very well. I love your spoken patterns. So again, thank you for invited us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samadhi. That was so sweet of you, and such a sweet vote of thanks I have heard in all across all the sessions. So thank you so much for that note. So yeah, so with this, I think we can end this session for today, and tomorrow we'll be back with another bang on goal number 8 on SDG. So yep, so now we can just conclude today's session, and you can, if you have missed this session, those who are watching us online, you can find the recording available on YouTube as well as on Facebook. And if you have not liked the CWMA page yet, just go to your Facebook accounts, type CWMA in the search bar. The full form is Creative Writing Modern Age, and like to that page. You will find amazing stuff, storytelling competitions, Cosmopoetica events. We give opportunities to publish your books and lots and lots. So just go to the Facebook page and like it, like CWMA. So that's all for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining with us. All our speakers, Kenyuli, David, Noor, Sachini, Samadhi, Diana ma'am. I can see Patrick, who is also a speaker. Samadhi, I think you will be speaking tomorrow on Goal 8. And then I can also see Januli. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us from across the globe and making this session a blast, a full spot on bang on session. So thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, congratulations to all the speakers once again for making this session another amazing and brilliant session. So it was really, really awesome. And thank you, Dinah ma'am, for joining us. And Brother Noor, your presence is always, a welcome, very good welcome for all of us. We really enjoy your presence. So do be there with us in all the sessions. And your comments are really commendable. I really love them. And being a youth, you are a youth ambassador yourself. So I really love to listen to you every single goal which you speak on. and coming from Bangladesh, very close to my heart. So thank you so much, everyone. And Sichini, I want to thank my moderator, Ria, who has done it amazingly well. Thank you, Ria. And tomorrow we will be having Sichini with us, who will be moderating, and another very, very important goal number 8. So we all are waiting to see the amazing speakers on board. From wherever you are, do try to join, share the links with your friends, and share some comments. So some love to all the speakers who are joining. They are preparing themselves, remember. So your comments and all your lovely tips and ideas will encourage these young speakers to come up more profoundly and more openly. So thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today. Thanks to all the mentors. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you, Suchini. Thank you, Ria. Thank you, Dinah ma'am. And I hope I'm not forgetting the speaker's name, the young, brilliant speakers from Sri Lanka. Thank you so much. Thanks to Patrick and thanks to David, who have joined us in spite of their holidays and the busy exam schedules. You all have joined, made it possible. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, and waiting to see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, a little bit, I will be busy, but of course, my amazing moderators will be there with you all. So great. Good luck for tomorrow. Best wishes.